Good afternoon, everybody. Rob Sportsman Lee here. I watched a pretty damn good display of skill last night. Boots Ennis against was that Sergey Licking Nuts, whatever. It was very impressive. Ennis is definitely legit. Um, if he can get some more big name fights, I would love to see him see what he could do against a Sean Porter, Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia. Well, Danny's probably moving on to 154, so he won't fight him. Mikey Garcia. But I also had another thought too. That if Earl and Bud, see, I had this in the back of my head that Bud and Earl, they running kind of a little game. Not so much on us, but so much on Bob Arum. They're trying to run Bud's contract out, and then they can get that fight on. Now, of course, if I'm wrong, and that's not the case, and Terrence Crawford is truly ducking Earl Spence Jr., okay, fine. If he's truly ducking Earl, then fuck him. And Earl should use Boots as a good substitute. Because to me, that's a hell of a fight against a dangerous fighter. I mean, what can they say? Oh, they can't say Earl is too big and Ennis is too small. You can't say that. And clearly, Ennis has skill. He has great footwork. He has speed. He has angles. Very athletic. Now, watching him move in that ring and deliver those combinations, it kind of reminded me of Pretty Boy Floyd. Yeah, it definitely. Of course, he was like a, yeah, he did remind me. And I heard some people say Sugar Ray Leonard too, but I think he more athletic. All in all, I was very impressed. Um, anyway, like I said, that'll be a good young, hungry, up and coming, undefeated black fighter that Earl could put on his resume. So, like 10, 15, 20 years from now, I won't have to hear no bullshit from people saying, well, he didn't fight no black fighters. I don't want to hear that damn excuse. Just saying. I guess, like they say about Floyd Mayweather. I like Floyd Mayweather, the boxer. The dude outside the ring, fuck him. I want to establish that once again. You know, Floyd did, people seem to forget all the people he tried to call out who were considered good at the time and dangerous, but they didn't want to fight him. So it's funny how when he's retired, you start bringing up names of guys who fought at junior middleweight. Oh, he didn't fight this guy. Guy was a junior middleweight. It doesn't make a difference. He should have fought him. Whatever. Whatever. Like I said, what he did to licking nuts, lippinettes, whatever. What he did to him was pretty impressive. He started going to the body early, popping in there one, two, three, four common punch combinations, and just moving around, getting in there. And he fought. He did fight in the pocket, so you can't say, "Oh, he spent his night running." No, he stood in that pocket and delivered a lot of combinations. So if the man is in the pocket long enough to go three, four, five combinations on you, I don't want to hear no bullshit about running. So he didn't stand there and let you hit him back. Oh well, that's on you. That says more about your skill set than his. But yeah, I was very impressed. I noticed that I think he was ranked. What was he ranked? 9 in the IBF, but I could be wrong. I think he was ranked 9 in the IBF. Boots. And Lipinets was ranked number 3. Now, I don't know how far he moves in the rankings off that impressive win, but it's making things interesting because he could definitely become Earl's mandatory for that IBF belt. Either way, like I've said before, if if this isn't a game being played, a game being ran by Bud and Earl to cut Bob out of that payday fight, and if this is real, that basically Bud is ducking Earl because that's the only explanation to me, and he's ducking Earl, then yeah, Earl Spence versus Boots Ennis is a good enough legacy fight for me. Yeah. People say, well, he didn't have a belt, Rob. How could you say that? Other belt holders, they ducked him. Well, it's only one. Well, two if you count Ugas, but Ugas about to drop that belt to Earl in July. And Bud, only if he's not running game, but Bud appears to not want to fight anybody this dangerous. That's what it's looking like to me. So if I was to switch up and say, okay, if I believe Bud is actually ducking Earl and he doesn't want to fight anybody dangerous or good enough to beat him, then fuck him. Then it's about Boots. And Boots Ennis, all Earl got to do is fight Boots Ennis, beat him. Smart move would be get him on that undercard. I've been hearing what's the rumor that Earl's next fight, the Ugas fight, he's sharing that card with Jamel Charlo. Charlo going for undisputed as a main event co-feature. Okay. See if you get Boots on there. Put him in there against another welterweight. Another one just as good, if not better than Lipinets. See if you get Boots and Garcia. I think he could do it. Make that card even stronger. Because the better he looks, the bigger a fight with him and Earl will be. And Earl fights him instead of Bud and beats him. I don't want to hear shit about anybody saying, you didn't have your legacy fight. No. Boots is a legacy fight. Yeah. And anybody who knows boxing, they could tell you that too. He's that good. I don't want to hear none of this bullshit about, oh, Earl should have fought Bud though. Bud, you can't fight a mother. Oh God, man. It's like, man, I can see why some YouTubers be getting frustrated when you get them idiots to come on. The thing of it is, if a man don't want to fight you, nothing you could do about it. What you gonna do? Put a gun to his head and say, motherfucker, you better sign this contract and you better fight me? Or you gonna kidnap his family and say, motherfucker, if you don't fight me, come on. Ain't nothing you could do. And then I'm hearing motherfuckers say, well, Earl need to do this to get the fight. Earl ain't got to do a motherfucking thing. Earl been doing it. All this, Earl been out there fighting the top competition in his weight division. Earl made that rise when Keith Thurman was acting like a scared little bitch. It was Earl out there fighting his way up into number one contention for that IBF belt and got that. Then he had to finally get a shot at the WBC belt, which he got. Now he fought a good Kell Brook, who the Kell Brook that Earl beat, that Kell Brook would have beat Bud. Yeah. That Kell Brook would have beat Bud. And then Earl went and he had to fight yeah, like I said, he fought Sean Porter, got that belt off Sean Porter, a damn good Sean Porter. He fought Mikey. I mean, he's out there. Now he about to fight Ugas and get that WBA strap. That's a given. I don't want to hear this bullshit about what Earl need to humble himself and do this and do that. Earl need to bend over and spread them and do that. Man, get the fuck out of here with that. Earl ain't gotta do a motherfucking thing. And I'm gonna tell you this too. After Earl get that third belt, I don't want him to let's say Crawford don't fight him. Go ahead and fight Boots. And gets Boots IBO belt. No, fuck that IBO belt. Throw that in the trash. I want Earl to stay at welterweight. Because I don't think it's fair that motherfucker gonna wait till Earl just drop them belts and move up to 154 and then scoop in and take them belts and say, I'm undisputed. Nah. I hope Earl just stay there a couple more damn years for them suckers. Y'all think y'all gonna wait him out? No, wait them out. There's plenty of bodies at 147 that's legit Earl could fight. You got them, you got what's that? Ortiz, Boots. You got welterweights. Yeah, fight them guys, cause Crawford isn't gonna fight him. Earl need to stay there, clean out that fucking division. Hell, he could even fight a hooker if he want to. You could stay there at 147. Cause all they doing is waiting for Earl to leave. I see that shit. Yeah, fuck him. Well, this Rod Sportsman Lee said what I had to say. Salute. Happy April 11th to all Aries. And I'm out of here.